Hello and welcome to the Two Ace Podcast, the podcast designed to help you manifest your Two Ace mindset. My name is Josh Brooks and my one focus is success through the art of discipline and flow. I hope you enjoy the episode. Now let's get right into it. Just before I get into the episode, guys, make sure to follow, rate, and share the podcast about. Let's make this the best mindset podcast out there. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is you are joining me. I hope you're having a good one. And today, I'm going to be talking about priorities, prioritization. Now, priorities. Being able to set yourself priorities, making sure that your most important task comes first. You know, you've got to order what you have to do in order of importance and urgency. Say if you have a time pressure on something, maybe like a deadline that's due in next week, you should probably prioritize that over something that's not due until next year. You know, that's a good example of priorities. Now, you know, you got to allocate your time, you got to allocate your resources, and you got to allocate your attention effectively in order to make sure your priorities are straight. And making sure priorities are straight are a good way to make sure you are consistently achieving your goal day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, you know? So if you have your long-term goal at one end of the table and you have your monthly goals, your weekly goals along the way, you've got to make sure that each time you're working towards a new sub-goal, you're making sure that this is in accordance to priority. You know, you've got to make sure that what you're doing now is meant for now. It's not meant for after you do something else. You know, you shouldn't be starting on step 3 when you've not done step 1 and 2. You know, you've got to consider the deadlines, consider the impact, and consider the alignment with the goals and the available resources that you have. You know, you can, if you've got a lot of things to do, a lot of to-dos and a lot of wants and a lot of needs, write it down, you know, put it in your journal. That's what a journal's for. Another way of prioritizing your time, prioritizing your day, your goals, your tasks. You know, and then you can, if you're writing them down or write the ones that you've done down, you can then see if you do have your priorities straight or not. You can be like, what? Why did I do that first? When I should have done this. And it's a dynamic process. Prioritization is dynamic. You know, it's not something that you just do once and then that's it. You know, that's static. It's not like that. It's dynamic. It requires constant evaluation in order to adapt and optimize and to ensure that important tasks are consistently prioritized. And yeah, that's it really. Priorities are necessary, you know. They allow for better focus, decision making, and productivity. Like if you know you have things to do in the day and you're procrastinating and you're playing video games or you're watching YouTube or whatever, I don't know, something that's not productive and isn't one of your priorities, something that you're just let's say, yeah, you wake up early, and you get your morning routine done, and then you have an hour before you need to do, like you have an hour set before you need to do something. Now in that hour you could procrastinate, or you can make sure that your priorities are straight and fill that time with either the thing that you were going to do in an hour's time, or prepare for that and make sure that the next thing you're going to be doing is produced and done as efficiently as possible. Like I said, prioritization comes in urgency and importance order. You know, if you really want to do something and you see yourself doing something in the future for a long period of time, but there's a period of time that's right now that has deadlines and tasks to do that if you prioritize your long-term thing right now, then this short-term thing would fail. Do you see what I'm trying to get at? So what I mean by that is priorities. It's not necessarily about what you want to do. It's about the things that need to be done now, and then the things that need to be done after. So now you've got to do the thing with a time pressure. You've got to do the thing that's due in next week, the thing that's due in the week after, and the week after. Then once that's all out of the way, then you can do the thing that you want to do. Needs before wants. If you want something, if you say you want something, and then do nothing about it to get to that goal, do you really want it? You know? And you've got to make sure that all the things that you need to do before the thing that you want are done. Because, you know, you need to eat and you need to sleep and you need to drink water. You've got to make sure you do that before a want. For example, you know, I need to eat, I need to drink, I need to sleep before I want to go out on my bike. Just a random example out there, yeah? Yeah. If you don't already prioritize your day, I'm sure most people do. It's quite good. I would recommend doing it. I would recommend doing it in your journal or on a piece of paper or on your phone or wherever you see fit. You can do it mentally, but sometimes you might lose track of it. As like I said, it's a dynamic process, requires constant evaluation, and it's nice to reevaluate, come back to that page or that piece on your phone and be like, right, okay, that's done, that's done, that's done. Oh, this actually needs to be moved forward and that can be moved back. And yeah, making sure your priorities straight is important. So yeah. And with that, thank you for your time. Thank you for this opportunity. Remain consistent, achieve dreams. I've been your host, Josh. 2 Ace, 1 Focus.